Peace. This is the enemy's public, and I am Bro.Nasir. I'm going to say this very briefly. I heard someone state, out of sheer and mere stupidity, that we shouldn't trust someone wearing a bow tie, using the same stereotypical talking points that enemies of ours use to criminalize us. My question is, should we just not trust black men wearing bow ties? Or is it referring to anyone wearing bow ties? Another question is, should we trust men wearing bow ties at all? Because history tells us that men wearing straight ties have done more harm to our people than men wearing bow ties. See, men, people in general who suffer from Tourette syndrome shouldn't be teaching our children, because they'll blurt out the most ridiculous things in the midst of their outburst. Now, in the past 100 years, what kind of ties were our open and consistent enemies wearing? Bull Connor, who sick dogs on our people. If you look at the book, if you watch the movies and you look at the pictures from the book Without Sanctuary, what kind of ties were those men wearing when they were stringing our brothers and sisters up? As a matter of fact, what kind of tie was the brother wearing who was stringed up? I believe that was a straight tie, was not a bow tie. Okay? Let's bring it up to modern day times. What kind of tie does Joe Biden wear? What kind of tie does Barack Obama wear? What kind of tie does Bill Clinton wear? What kind of tie does both Bushes wear? What kind of tie does Donald Trump wear? What kind of tie does any of these men who sit in government, who sit in a position of power, that have it in their heart, their mind, and does with action to do our people harm? What kind of tie do these people wear? Going back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s, when he was wearing men's clothing, when he wasn't dressing in drag, what kind of tie did J. Edgar Hoover wear? It wasn't a bow tie. I believe that was a straight tie. Do you see how ridiculous Sanchez sound when he say you shouldn't trust someone wearing a bow tie? Or do he have a bunch of bobbleheads nodding their heads yes to everything that an idiot says? Now let me explain the bow tie. The bow tie you see the brothers wearing with their suits or their FOI uniform, it's not a tie that goes around your neck and clips and you pull it tight. We don't wear those kind of ties, because those brothers protect the mosque, they protect the members of the Nation of Islam, and they protect anyone who would come in that building for Nation of Islam activities, training, education, what have you. Those brothers who you see in those uniforms are charged with the protection of everyone in or around those buildings. So if they meet conflict and someone pull on their tie, they're pulling it off. You won't make their tie a noose. I know we see brothers wearing straight ties. But in order for you to get to the brothers with the straight ties, you will have to get past the brother with the bow tie. That's going to be hard to do. But you better believe that brother with the straight tie can throw down. They can throw down. You only wear the straight tie if you are a minister or you're taking a minister class to become a minister. You notice the only people you see wearing the straight tie are those who are on the rostrum teaching. Not saying that the brothers who are FOI can't and won't wear the straight tie, yet a brother don't wear a straight tie unless he can throw down, because the straight tie can become a noose easily. So the brothers are trained. Again, you will have to get past the ones with the bow tie, and if they meet conflict and somebody pull on their tie, they're not going to choke them with it. They're going to pull it off because it's a clip-on tie, a very fashionable clip-on tie. Again, people talk about things and they draw suspicion using the most ridiculous statements and using white supremacist talking points. It's the equivalent of saying a young black boy, a young black man wearing a sweat hood and jeans with sneakers is more than likely to commit a crime. That's the same type of statement. Or a young brother wearing Timberland boots, a young brother wearing any type of what we'll call urban apparel is more than likely to commit a crime. But this is a person who say he mean our people the best, and he's serving to the good of our people, but would incriminate brothers who has the longest track record, 95 years of standing and acting on behalf of our people and still going. He'll make a statement like that towards brothers who will come to his aid if he ever needed him. I'll say it like this, and I'm going to end and land my plane with this. If you burn a bridge, you better make sure you don't need to go across it. Because once you burn that bridge, you are going to have to rebuild it if you want to get back across. Once you cross that bridge and you burn it, guess what? You're going to have to swim across. Peace.